First question's coming from Raphael Haynes with 3 Point Conversation Radio.
Hey, Coach. Raphael Haynes from the 3 Point Conversion. Coach, when the opposite team shooting threes like that, what do you say to your team? It's like they were hot tonight, and was it anything else you could have done to keep up or stop them?
Well, you got to give him credit. Bogdanovich was hot in the first half, and Gallinari was hot in the second half. And those two guys made the difference from the three-point line. So, we tried to be aggressive with Young. Obviously, when you commit two guys to a ball, it's going to open up some opportunities. To be honest, I thought some of their threes were decently contested. So you got to give them credit for shooting the ball really well. But, it comes and goes. Like Bogdanovich goes 7 for 9 in the first half and goes 0 for 5 the second half. Gallo didn't do much the first half, and he goes, 6 for 7 in the second half. So the three-point line can be a little streaky. You kind of have to play the odds sometimes.
Casey Holdall, trailblazers.com.
Terry, just outside of the three-point shooting, because I know that sometimes, there's debates about how much the defense matters in that regard. How would you look at your defense tonight after having really 4 really good games defensively?
You're right. I think it's difficult to gauge to see how they got their threes because the three-point line. Look, Boston last night shot it really well. So, matter of fact, we shot it well tonight too. So, what I look at is were they well contested? Our priorities as far as Trae Young, who's a key to their team, how many points in the paint, their offensive rebounding. So I thought we did a decent job in a lot of ways, but the three-point shot was a huge difference.
Jamie Hudson, NBC Sports Northwest.
Hey, Coach, what do you know about Dame's foot, and what was the conversation like before deciding to keep him in the game?
What was the conversation like for what?
When you found out he was going to return like he always does, but how did you know he was good to go?
To be honest, I don't have an update. He hurt his ankle during the timeout. I asked if he was still in the game, and he was still in the game. So that's all I know.
Dwight James, NBC Sports Northwest.
So, Terry, he decides whether to stay in or training staff, or it didn't look like an ankle. It looked like the guy came down on top of his foot. Oh.
Yeah, well, it's a combined decision. Obviously, we would not put him out there. The health and performance department wouldn't put him out there if he was at risk. So you take the athlete's viewpoint if he's able to go, and you make a medical decision. Obviously, those are the two that make the decision. And if they're able to go, then I make the decision whether I want him in or not.
Aaron Fentress, The Oregonian.
Coach Nurkic had been playing really well, had an off night tonight. It was a back-to-back. Do you think that impacted him at all? And you guys had avoided some back-to-backs with him in the past.
Yeah, and he was on minute restriction tonight at 25 minutes, so he wasn't going to be able to finish the game anyway. He's been playing really well, and this was a tough back-to-back. It was a tough game last night in Boston, the travel, obviously. So, I thought the guys that played the minutes last night and then tonight, they put it all out there. But Nurk's been playing well, and it shows for us as a team.
You talked in the past about how, of course, you follow the standings, et cetera, and coming into tonight, after everything you guys had been to, you guys found yourself in a 3-way tie for 5th still. What does that say about basically the team's resolve to stick with whatever you were trying to figure out and still be in this position, even though you lost tonight?
It's I've been at this a long time, and the NBA season's a long season. There's highs and lows. You got to fight through the tough times. And I think one of the things that we've done in Portland is we've kept competing. And the fact that we won 4 in a row on the road, as I said, even during the losing streak, is that I trust the character of this team. So we came out and competed for 5 games. We won 4 of them. We got to finish it off in Cleveland. But that, I think it speaks a lot to not only the talent of our players, but their character and their desire to win.
Thanks.
Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Coach, you've now coached 2 guys in the top 10 in scoring in the NBA. You see any similarities or common thread between Dirk and Melo, or people of that caliber?
Those 2 guys in particular are ultimate professionals in my mind. I had them both later in their career. Dirk was kind of not that late, but obviously Mel in the last couple of years. They have a defined game. They take their craft very seriously. They're competitive. They take care of themselves. The longevity of both their careers speaks a lot to their mental makeup and what it takes to have a career that lasts that long. And in Melo's case, the fact that he had 2 years, well, he's out for a year, and to come back is even more remarkable.
And last questions coming from Chris Saltis with Sport DNA.
Coach, what it means for you to have a player like Melo after that special night for him?
I always appreciate greatness, and whether it's a player that I am coaching or coaching against. And Melo is a great player. He's a Hall of Fame player, and is, like Jason asked me about Dirk. When you have guys like that, and I've been fortunate enough to be with some many great players, but as long as I've been in this league, you appreciate the greatness of those players. And so a guy like Melo, to be with him at this stage of his career is a little bit more special in some ways because of where he is in his career and the milestones that he's surpassing at this stage of his career.
All right, we're going to wrap there. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.